All right, it looks like we should be recording. So welcome. We are celebrating kind of at the tail end of the 10th anniversary Simple Scrapper weekend. I will run it for an hour here talking about easy hybrid projects or ways to look at gratitude projects. And then at 4 o'clock, Jennifer will come on and kind of wrap up our party with Your Year, Your Way, closing crop. My name is Kim Edsen. I'm a teaching assistant for Simple Scrapper here. And I would like to welcome anybody to share one thing that they like about Simple Scrapper. You can either do it out loud or type it into the chat box just to get us started here.
I think Simple Scrapper for me, oh, I look terrible, sorry, really gave me weight for what I wanted to do and direction, because I can just be all over the place, and you should see my scrapbook pages from early on. So it's really helped me to focus, pick out things I really love, and journal about the things that were important with these pictures. So it's been phenomenal for me.
Yeah, Jennifer is good about offering tools that kind of help you kind of like identify, like you said, like kind of your why and like what you want to be achieving, and then kind of the tools to get from that point to the finished product. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got a couple things in the chat. Let's see. Oh, Terry says everyone seems so friendly. We are. It's a low pressure group, so definitely supportive. People will share a lot, not just what's going on for them creatively, but also in their personal lives if they're having like a hard week or something. And I think we do a pretty good job of lifting everybody up and offering support that way. Let's see, community focus on telling stories and getting things done. Different ways to keep us creating, that is for certain, especially during Refresh. I think Jennifer is always good about coming up with like new creative activities to try. Let's see, information, stamps for travelers notebooks, great inspiration, ideas in classes, encouragement, and we do have fun, Carol Ann, that's true. So, cool. All right. So I'm supposed to let you know that everyone is welcome to ask questions, share your progress. So basically, I have a little gratitude project that we do as our family every year at Thanksgiving. So I'm going to share that, maybe talk a little bit about other ways to document gratitude kind of easily. And then I know just from our community, other people have shared within the Simple Scrapper membership ways that they document gratitude. So if you guys want to hop on and share, that would be great as well. And yeah, so just chime in. So at any point in time, you can make comments within the chat box down below or unmute yourself and hop in that way. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to set a timer for the giveaway, so do not forget to do that. And our giveaway today is a digital issue of Retro Hip magazine. So it's a quarterly digital magazine that looks pretty awesome. There's all sorts of sketches and prompts and articles within there. So I know if you remember and you enjoy Spark, which is our digital magazine, you will probably enjoy this one as well. Mm-hmm. So basically, my process or my gratitude thing kind of happened haphazardly. I think I had just started scrapbooking, and I found this cloth Colo album. I think it was on like Archivers, and I thought it was a good deal, so I purchased it, and then I did not have a use for it, so it kind of sat on my shelf for a while. And then at some point, I want to say maybe it was A Beautiful Mess on that blog, but there was some kind of inspiration where they took a picture and then had everybody document what they were grateful for. And it must have been in the fall, because it occurred to me that that would be pretty awesome to do for our family. So we started in 2010, and if you can see here, this is extremely simple. It's a 2-page spread for each year. I cut on my Cricut the year, and then I have like a different gratitude type word each year. We get out the old tripod and the timer or the remote and take a picture, and then everybody documents what they are grateful for. And what is especially fun is that we've done this, so this will be the 8th year, it looks like, so this is 2010. And then over the years, you can see people's, this is my daughter, she would have been 3 that year. So their handwriting and kind of what they're thankful for has definitely evolved over the years. And that's it. So I just have to show up each year with the book. I take the picture at the event, and then this is just a 5x7. And then I bring a pen and encourage everyone to share what they're grateful for. The kids like to do a lot of illustrations. This year we were celebrating my husband's brother got married in Mexico. So my husband and I did not go to Thanksgiving that year. So I wrote a little tidbit about that and just rolled with it. And then we have more illustrations. So what I did last year is I went ahead, and I think I said on the Simple Scrapper podcast that I think there would be 25 years, and I think I got confused because it goes up kind of to that point. So I think when I'm all said and done, we'll have 18 years, because there's one more after this, in this book. And what is, I think, so fun about it is that at this point, I was going to also mention, so last year my brother hosted, and so some of my sister-in-law's family was there, and so we just, they jumped in the picture and threw what they were grateful for, and we just kept on going. So whoever's there gets to throw in their 2 cents. I tried to encourage everybody. I mean, in general, we're very fortunate, so we're grateful for our friends and our family and our homes and those things, but I try to encourage people to maybe think about something that was specific to that year. So last year, my daughter was thankful for Harry Potter because they had read the Harry Potter series and fell in love with it. They're thankful for new pets. It looks like my nephew wrote the dog was thankful for his food. So I think in general, I really like the idea of thinking back specifically over that year and then what you're grateful for. And then you could also throw in the other stuff as well. But I think that's what makes it kind of a little time capsule. And at this point, everybody gets pretty excited when I bring the book each year because now I have pictures of the kids looking at the book from previous years. And the ongoing joke is that, let's see what year, my dad started wearing the same orange shirt in 2011. And so now it's to the point where he one year actually changed his shirt, so he would wear the same orange shirt every year in the pictures, just as kind of an ongoing joke. So it's really very simple for me at this point because everything's prepped. And even before that, it was a matter of 2 pieces of pattern paper. I used my die cut machine, so I needed black cardstock, and then 2 pieces of white cardstock, and then I take a photo. So all in all, for the amount of effort that I put into it, I feel like it's a pretty easy and rewarding gratitude project. I know there are a lot of different gratitude projects out there that you could do. Kathy Zielski does the 30 days of gratitude or 30 days of thankful in November, which is definitely going to be a little more commitment. Some people will do just like with an app where they'll collect a picture of something they're thankful for and a little note. I like the idea of doing it kind of once a year at the same time each year, just because as long as you remember to do it, I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, I think it would be nice to do with like a 8 album and pocket pages, because you could get one of those that have like spots for like 4 3x4 cards. You could put like a selfie or a picture of yourself, or even like a picture of your family, and then just give everybody a 3x4 card to write what they're thankful for. So you could do it like at Thanksgiving. You could do it maybe on your birthday each year, or maybe you could do it for like New Year's. So just kind of to start the year off with what you're grateful for. So let's see, it looks like we got some comments for what we got going on. Okay, so Darling asked if the letters were a die cut. And actually those were cut with my, I have like a super old, I think it's like a 10-year-old Cricut Expression, and it was a cartridge. So these are all the Clanton School Book cartridge. And then, let's see. So yeah, just it's black cardstock cut out with a die cutter. Oh, Erin wrote comments on the tablecloth. So that's pretty cool.
Ah.
So Erin, is it like a fabric tablecloth that you keep from year to year, or do you do it like a butcher paper type tablecloth? So I'll look for that.
It is a cloth tablecloth that we keep year after year. So it's hard to, right? I can't get rid of it, and it's hard to put in a scrapbook.
You could take a picture of it for certain.
Yeah.
And then do you use any sort of special pen, like a fabric pen?
No, I just end up using just a fine tip Sharpie. I have a couple different colors. We decided to, I guess, take away the red because it turned into a giant splotch one year by one of the kids. So it looked like there was some sort of carnage with a knife had occurred. But, other than that, we just use a fine tip Sharpie. I put some cardboard under so the cardboard goes around the table. And everyone has their chance at some point during the meal. So I think it used to be Thanksgiving, but then Thanksgiving kind of changes houses. So now I think we end up doing Christmas time. So, but it's sometime in that one year, and everyone dates it and they have their little spot. And then we make sure that the tablecloth changes or people's places at the tables change so that they can read someone else's writing from a previous year. And then it kind of changes up the handwriting and stuff.
That's super cool. I've never heard of that. Awesome. Okay. Donna suggested sending around a blank page for her family to write on. And that would be super cool too. I've seen a lot of times people do that for like baby showers or weddings. They'll send a kind of message to the couple or for the new parents, like a good cheer, I guess. Let's see what else we've got. All right, Michelle, her husband wears the same homemade sweater every Thanksgiving and Christmas and only on those 2 days. Have you scrapbooked that? Because I feel like that would be a super cool scrapbook page. Sheena says it's great when the family gets involved. And that's the kicker, because if my family was not willing to participate, then yeah, it couldn't happen. So sometimes you might need to I will glance over it before we leave and say hey, my brother, maybe something you're grateful for. And I think he tends to do the same things every year, but that's okay. He's there. Oh, Dion said she just came in a few minutes ago to show the project. So I can show again here. I'll go through the comments, and then if we have any latecomers, I'll kind of show you what I did. Oh, Melissa, same thing. Oh, Tara said the replay. That would be good too. Oh, and they're explaining. Okay, so here, for those that had missed it earlier. So this is just something super simple that we do at my family. It's just a fabric album that I got on clearance. And that was my reminder. So every year we started in 2010, we take a picture with a group, and then everybody writes something that they're thankful for. I've got some glare there. All right. I clearly have been having some problems this year, this weekend, my internet, but I'm back. Okay. So yeah, so we've got every year they write what they're thankful for. One year we were not present for Thanksgiving. We were traveling for a wedding. So I just made a comment of that and took a picture from that day. So yeah, and then whoever is present at Thanksgiving gets to participate. So some years, if my last year we're at my brother's house and my sister-in-law's family were there, so they jumped in as well. So, and then I actually prepped it the whole way through, because honestly I would find myself the morning we left for Thanksgiving or the day before putting it together, and then it occurred to me to just batch process it all, and it would go and it would just be done. So that is what I do. So if you guys let me do the giveaway, and then we can possibly share about what you guys do for gratitude project. Okay. So let me get a random number here. So my giveaway this hour is a digital issue of Retro Hip magazine. And I'm going to give away the prize. And what you'll need to do I'm going to paste some instructions in. So don't put your number in until I paste the instructions. But you'll be guessing a number between 1 and 100. You only get to enter once. And it's going to be the first person to state their correct number or the person closest to that number without going over. So let me get my number first. And we will put in the instructions and go from there.
Oops.
Okay, so I have my number. Let me get instructions in the chat box. And you guys can go once they're posted. Okay, go. 1 through 100. Okay. All right, does everybody have their number in? Because we haven't hit it exactly. And you'll get 1 per chance. We have the closest. Last call for numbers. Okay. 1, 2. All right, so my number was 26, and the person that was closest, I think, was Fancy Scrapper, snuck in at 25. So, Fancy, if you would, I can put a little note in here. Just email Jennifer that you were the winner of this hour's prize, and she will arrange to get that to you. I'll put it in here for posterity. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, Fancy, let us know but you like the magazine, so that looks super awesome. Okay, so what do you guys, do any of you do any sort of gratitude projects? We've got the tablecloth. And I know somebody, I don't know who is all here, in our group had a mini album that they were going to do some different gratitudes from year to year. Does anybody do Kathy's 30 Days of Thankful?
I should.
You should.
I did once.
Yeah. Did you use her? Because doesn't she offer like templates that you can just like fill out? And
She
print
does. I think the one I did was like a 4x6 template, so it's just like a 4x6 album, and I think it's a photo and like a little journaling thing. I have it downstairs. I can grab it.
Oh, if you feel the need to make a little excursion, that would be awesome. I think
All
we'd
right.
enjoy to do that.
I will do that.
All right, Sheena has done a tag book. Let's see. And she just gave everyone a tag to fill out. Sheena, do you add to that each year, or was it just like that year?
It's easier to talk. I did it a couple of years, and I did it for both sides of our family because I have my in-laws side and then, of course, my side of the family. And I thought I'd go back and add pictures of everyone. Yeah, that never happened. So I just put them all together on one big ring, and they're just all together. But I had already decorated all the tags with like fall sayings and things like that. So it's cute, but I always felt like I wanted to do more with it.
I think in general, it's pretty easy to make things more complicated, you know? So
Oh, definitely.
at some point, sometimes easy is not bad because it gets done.
Mm-hmm.
See, Fran wants to know how I picked the monthly words. I brainstormed with my sister-in-law one year at Thanksgiving for as many gratitude, blessing, thankful type words we could come up with. And she was really good at it. So I think she'd be good at word games. Donna started a Thanksgiving album this year. She made November Gratitude a Day. She put in her bullet journal. And that's true too, because sometimes, you know, they don't always have to be like a physical like album or like scrapbook project that you make. I think just documenting gratitude goes a long ways. This month in the Simple Scrapbook Book Club, we are reading the Gratitude Diary. And it's kind of all about different ways, the benefits of feeling grateful and different ways to incorporate gratitude into your life. So that is good. Sheena started the 30 days but didn't finish. I don't think you're probably alone. Honoree's been using Collect this year. That would be super good. And then Tiffany, just words and pictures on Instagram and need to print. Well, and that's at some point too, once you have, you know, the content and you have like the information, you know, if you have the words and the photos, you can always just assemble later. So, all right, Melissa, did you get your album?
I am back. So this is just a little like chipboard 3-ring 4x6 album. I don't even remember where it's from. I did this, I think, in like 2011. So yeah, so that's the cover. This was one of the Kathy Zilski printouts. So these were her templates that year. I don't know if she does the same ones every year, but yeah, I just paired it with like a 4x6 picture and then a little thing I was thankful for and a little piece of pattern paper up there. So yeah.
So did you generally find things that you were grateful for like each day as you went along, or maybe one day did you just like think about something overall in the bigger picture and then just find a photo that went with it?
I think I kind of did a few of both. I tried to stick, I think, mostly with like something from that day. But like this one was from my daughter, who's 8 now, was just over a year then. So I just said, I'm very thankful for Sadie, for her health, her spunk, her beautiful smile, her curiosity, her intelligence, her sweet personality, and her hugs and kisses and love. But then one was like grateful that we got to go to Florida for a few days. We live in Buffalo, so it's always freezing cold already in November. So thankful for like the sand
and the heat.
Yeah. So, and I think it took me, I don't think I actually put the album together until like a couple years later. I had everything kind of written down, and then it took me a while to get back and actually put everything together.
I think that, especially with that sort of format, like prepping ahead of time would probably be very key in making it go smoothly.
Yeah.
Especially if you could print out all those I'm thankful cards, then it was just a matter of, you know, doing it as you went along. So sometimes if you can do more ahead of time to make it easier later, that's not a bad thing. And then that's pretty easy to batch too. Like mine, I would just sat down and cut a bunch of words. And with that, you could just print a bunch of those 4x6 cards. Bree, what are the Scrapbook prompts? Can you talk about those?
Yeah, for the for those that are in Scrapbook that are members, and actually I don't even think you have to be a member for this one. I think it might just be like an open to the public as long as you join their network, like Simple Scrappers Network, the Mighty Network, because they just moved over to it as well. And it's the Thankful 30 prompts, and it's a club they have. And they give you like a new like just a new prompt every day, and they gave a bunch of freebie cards, like journal cards as well. And it like today was count your rainbows, not your thunderstorms. And so it like prompts you to like think of like something that was sour that has like a sweet underline. And like, so she's doing a quote every day. Like, you don't have to follow the quote. You could just be like, okay, this is what I'm thankful for today. But she kind of posts it first thing in the morning so you can think about it throughout the day to like have an intention. And then if that's what you feel like doing, like you can come up with something. So I've been liking it so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're, what is it today? The 11th? 11 days in? Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I got all 11 so far. So, I mean, hey, at least it's something. At least it reminds me. That's kind of the thing. At least it pops up and it like reminds me to go, oh yeah, maybe I should think about something today. Because I get kind of grumpy and fall because I'm busy. So, yeah.
Well, and I also think that having that prompt can kind of guide you a little bit to be on the lookout for something.
Yeah.
And even if you don't end up using that prompt, maybe it gets you thinking, because otherwise, sometimes it's analysis paralysis. There's so many options. Like, you don't choose anything. So.
Well, and it was kind of funny because like just that specific quote, I read it this morning, and I'm not going to lie, I had like kind of a grumpy morning this morning. I went to take my kid to the library, and the library was closed for the holiday. And like getting a 3-year-old out and telling them they're going to go to the library, and then there's no library. And then I was like, oh, we'll go to the park next door. The park next door was closed. Like they like caution taped it off, and apparently it got destroyed like over the last week, and I didn't know about it. And so she's like, my park. And then it was like, okay, I'll call a play place and see if there's like any McDonald's play places anywhere. There were none open and none like, and I was just like, okay. And like, I'm just having a moment, and I was like, you know what? I should just be thankful we have like really good libraries, and that she likes to read, and that like this is a good thing. And it was just kind of like, it was just funny that it sort of reframed my thought process instead of, because I'm telling you, I'm not going to lie, I was already like down a path of negative mojo at that point with a very angry toddler, and no, it was not good. So it was good. It helps.
Yeah, definitely. Jackie also shared that she writes on a small piece of paper what she's grateful for and puts it in a jar. And then if at the end of the year you feel low, you can take them out and read them. I feel like I've heard people doing that too for, isn't that like around like the new year or something? They do like the hopes for the year, or I don't know, something they're grateful for, and then you have like one to pull out. So I've heard about that too. That would be cool. And that would be neat if you would incorporate that into like a home decor type thing, I think too. Like
I was just
colorful
gonna say, I made those for Christmas one year. I took ball jars and, made it all cute, had tag hanging off of it. And basically they were supposed to write something in it every day or whenever they had something great, or my friends put like their movie tickets in it. So at the end of the year, it was like a memory jar of their year. So on New Year's Eve, they dumped it all out, or on New Year's Day, and saw what their year before was like.
Yeah, that would be pretty powerful, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Terry mentioned walk thankful, hashtag, and then hashtag to be. I know that Natalie in our membership is doing the walk thankful, where she tries to get outside for a walk every day and takes a photo and kind of documents what she's thankful for. And those turn out to be really pretty pictures. It's the autumn leaves, and then lives in Canada, so I'm sure there'll be some snow here soon. So. Oh, yeah, and they're talking about the gratitude diaries, about reframing, and I'm on I think I just started chapter 4 in that book, so I'm enjoying that book so far, actually, a lot. So yes, if you would search, it looks like for hashtag walk thankful or hashtag fit to be, you can find a lot of inspiration from that too. So, and I feel like we talk a lot about gratitude in November, with at least it's Thanksgiving in the United States, but obviously this can be done year round. It doesn't have to be limited to just this month, but I like the idea, and I had said it kind of earlier, about maybe doing like the 6x8 album. They have those different pocket pages, like on your birthday every year, do a picture of yourself. You have one pretty card with maybe like a birthday sentiment, and then kind of what you're grateful for, because that would be pretty awesome to add to each year. Just a book all about one, it gets you into your scrapbooking, which I think Jennifer talked about. What day was that? Yesterday? And then also kind of ties into a gratitude project. So, all right.
Does anybody have family that doesn't want to participate in the gratitude?
That is probably why I don't do this with my husband's side of the family, because just taking a picture of them sometimes isn't always so well received. So I think, yeah, you definitely have to look at your audience.
Kim, are you breaking up for anybody but me?
I probably am.
No, it's me
breaking
too.
up on me
I
too.
thought I had to leave and come back. It's not just me.
Okay.
No,
Thank you.
like, and really funny this weekend, and I don't know why, but that's why I moved from my craft room so I'd be closer to my modem. But apparently that doesn't seem to be helping either. So I apologize.
No problem. There's something, Kim, that I've done at Christmas with the family, and that's given everyone an alphabet letter and have them tell a memorable story about the holidays. And I can see putting that in a book would be wonderful, because boy, it has been really emotional and touching. Yeah. So you could do the same thing with, the gratitude.
So do you just assign them a letter of the alphabet, like A through Z, and you draw a letter and then you identify something that begins
Tell a
with that letter?
story. Yeah, tell a story that begins, and that begins with that, of a memory that begins with that letter. Mm-hmm.
And then do you put those onto, like, how do you journal it? Is it onto like a pocket card? Or is it like on tags or a mini album, or how did you put that together?
That was my pre-scrapbooking days. So now I can think of all sorts of things I wish I would have done with it that I could do now.
And so what if somebody got stuck with like Q or Z or a tough letter? Did you let them redraw?
It would depend, but everybody usually joins in and gives ideas. It's pretty neat. Yeah.
Oh, that makes my heart so happy that they all chip in together instead of, because I'm not going to lie, my family would be like, that makes me like so happy that they were like actually digging it with
Yes.
you. I can hear it now. I'm not doing it.
Okay, well, from that perspective, like, how do you get people to participate that maybe are more resistant? Does anybody have suggestions?
We pass it around, and so how can, pass it back to who doesn't want to.
So peer pressure. You don't want to be the one not doing it. Fran says no dessert unless you participate. That would motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would motivate me for pretty much anything.
Okay, so where'd that go?
Shannon says just making a book based on her own memories to come up for each letter. And there is, wasn't that a Kathy Zilski project too, like me, A to Z, and she did like a story for each letter of the alphabet? Looks like Susan did it for Fears at Thanksgiving. Everyone lost interest. So my nephews, the oldest one will be 15 in like a week and a half. So I kind of wonder as the kids get older, if they'll maybe be less interested. But at this point, they're super excited about it. Like they love it when I pull out that book. So I'll write it as long as I can, I think.
Well, and they can always get into a funny story too, because that's, they enjoy that. 15-year-olds love funny stories.
Kim, I think if they grew up doing it, they'll keep doing it.
And that's true, because it's just, they don't know any different.
If they haven't already stopped doing it or refusing around 12 or 13, I think they'll keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and then it becomes a tradition, right? And like, even if you stop for a couple, like even if they kind of throw their foot down for a couple of years, I have found that even like my nieces and stuff like that are around that age that have gone, they're now in their early 20s, like things that they kind of stuck their nose up at like 17, they, a couple years later, they're like, oh no, I miss doing that. Like, you know, oh, you remember? Oh, you guys, you had that funny, like with their siblings, you had those funny answers and stuff. And I feel like they kind of, you may get a, you know, or people in general, you might get a pushback for a couple years if they've been doing it for a while. But I feel like most people sort of come back around, you know. Everybody likes a good tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I think it helps too that, like, I'm very lax about what you're grateful for. I try to like set an example about, you know, what is something I'm really grateful for this year. But if they want to put that they're thankful for, you know, pizza, which I think they have, like, I'm totally good with that. They want to draw pictures, totally good with that. You know, my dad wants to wear the same orange shirt every year. That's okay too. So it makes it fun. And so that makes part of it that the older kids would be more interested in participating, because it's not maybe such a chore. It's just kind of a fun little activity that we do. So. Oh, Bree is thankful for pizza. I am as well. Brian talked about making a new tradition to pass along. And at some point, you know, I'm a scrapbooker, so I use scrapbooking supplies, but you could certainly just do this with, you know, any sort of album. You could just write in the year and, you know, some sort of gratitude type word. It doesn't have to be, you know, letter stickers or die cut or whatever. So you could definitely, I mean, I feel like I've kept this pretty simple, but I mean, it could definitely be more simplified for sure. So. Oh, and then Fancy said that her in-laws abdicated Thanksgiving, so they're starting some new traditions, which is something else too. You know, as the years go by, obviously, if that's 18 years, over the course of like 2 decades, our holidays and how we celebrate, you know, will evolve, and it has already evolved because one year we weren't there, or we have new people there, or people that aren't there, so we just kind of roll with it. So. Definitely to think about something that can evolve through the years. So you don't have to keep it so precise for sure.
Nice.
Tara, you want to talk about your Grateful Traveler's Notebook?
Yeah, I've just started it this year because I'm really trying to work on sketching and writing and poetry. And so I just put, it can be about anything, just anything you're grateful for. It can be any topic. And so I could include family on that also.
And
But I've enjoyed it. I'm so far, I'm loving it. And I stamp in it. Pardon me?
How often do you write? How often do you write in there?
Well, it's fairly new, so I don't have a lot. I have like I worked on my introduction, and I have a double page, and then I've been working on other projects for Simple Scrapper, so I'm a little behind, but I've got a poem in there, and I just really enjoy it. It was inspired by Jenny Penton, but I just love it. So I've got a page. That's my funky fall tree, but I've got my poem and what I'm thankful. And I have giving thanks from the heart for family and friends, and just a poem about fall that I wrote. So it's just fun.
I think one thing that is good about that sort of project, or like when they talked earlier about putting like things you're grateful for into a jar or something along those lines, is that you don't necessarily feel the obligation to do it every single day. So I think sometimes if you have that situation, if you miss a day or a few days, then you feel like you have to catch up, and then it becomes a thing, and then it's pressure, and it's not fun, and if it's not fun, you don't want to do it. And so I think having more relaxed parameters, I think, definitely help with success.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Fancy said she never did a Thanksgiving album, but she's documented the week together, and just not from a gratitude perspective. Well, I think just not necessarily having a gratitude specific project, you know, a lot of times gratitude makes its way into your normal scrapbooking pages, kind of no matter what.
It does.
Just so maybe sometimes some of us need more reminding than others for to be grateful for things. So, myself included. All right. Well, I don't know if you guys have more gratitude things to talk about. We still got 20 minutes until Jennifer pops on. How's the weekend gone for you guys in general?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I've gotten so much stuff scrapbook this weekend. It's been super great. I'm on my second set of project life pages to finish up for this week, which I'm, you know, super behind, but whatever. So I've gotten like 8 layouts done. I did a bunch of creative teamwork. I got a bunch of quick pages made for a store that I work with, and just and yet somehow I've still managed to, like, I've done all like the family things I was supposed to do, and I just got back from an hour walk, and I just don't understand, but my weekend feels like it's been very good. So I'll take it. And I learned a lot, like Fran said, and I learned a lot this weekend too.
And that's even the library was closed and the park was down. You still had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we had some, let me go up there. We had Dion journals that she's grateful for in her bullet journal. Not always consistent. Well, you know, that happens. Not sure what to do with these though. So are you thinking what to do with your traveler's notebook? Or if you want to collect those things, if you want to translate those into something else? All right, Fancy celebrating a new job, so kind of focusing on that. So that's awesome. Oh, John said maybe to create an album. So, I mean, I think there's lots of options album-wise. You could do something like Melissa did, you know, if you want to pair them with a photo. Or, I mean, at some point, I guess it depends on how you use your traveler's notebook. You said it was a bullet journal, so if it's more kind of planning than every day, then you might not necessarily want to leave that out for people to look through as like a project to share. So pick a few from each month and work with that. I think for sure. I think generally the less pressure you put around something and to still keep it exciting to you will help you with some success. Lisa Marie said, cenotaph ceremony. Oh, is it the centenary, like the end of the World War I? Is that what you're referring to? Ceremony? Yes. Yeah. My daughter's school had a Veterans Day assembly on Friday, and they spoke about that. So I think that would be pretty remarkable. All right. Carmel's going to catch this on the replay. Oh, and Trish definitely has something to be grateful for. She shared, I think, on Friday, there's a new granddaughter who was, I think, in the NICU, and her daughter had been a difficult birth, and so they're doing well, and he just got discharged. So that is definitely something to celebrate.
This is what I did. Kept me going.
Oh,
God.
Oh, it's darling. And I love her name.
Yes. Well, that was, I did a date stamp for her birthday date, and it looked horrible. So I said, okay, what would Jennifer do? And so I found the big letters and just put it right over it.
Looks very nice.
So pretty.
It's sort of cathartic. It's like, okay, we're good.
Oh, and I see the car seat test and everything. I remember those days. I see what you do there. that NICU car seat test. Good for you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Car seat challenge.
Oh my God, there's
nerve-wracking.
more nerve-wracking than that car seat challenge, man.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, they're so small.
Yeah.
I know, and now they're going to college.
Goes by way too fast. So I'll probably be doing a whole big album.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I got to hold her today, so I'm sort of just crazy. She's, for all that she went through, she's not fussy. She just loves being held, and the cat was a little interested, so they'll have to watch that. But yeah. Oh, anyway. Thanks for all your encouragement.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so everyone's making some progress. We've learned some new things, it sounds like. Are there ways to take this momentum from this weekend, like, and keep it going?
Schedule more of these. It's really,
Yes.
all you presenters, you know, you spend a lot of time writing your notes up, what you're going to say and all that. So it's really, really appreciated. And so these pop up every once in a while. I'm for sure going to be there because it really motivated me.
John agrees. So does Darlene. So does Honore. We have, well, Jennifer will do like a crop each month, but we also have member-hosted crops that, you know, any member can sign up to do. And Carol and oftentimes will host those a couple times a month. And I do find that those are just good motivation because it gets you thinking about it. And so even on nights where maybe you feel like you're too tired or you don't have, you know, the mojo to do it, it's shocking what you can accomplish when you actually, you know, commit to it. So yeah. I think that is definitely helpful.
You sort of plow through it, and then once I don't know why it is about that. Once you get started, then you just want to do more and more.
Any work you do is good work.
Well, and I know, Carol Ann, I mean, you do a ton of them, and I'll probably start doing more on like Saturdays. I feel like, I mean, you know, you kind of do the Friday night gig for the most part, and I feel like I can see myself, at least, I know it's not good for our friends over in other countries, but I can't host mornings, but I can definitely do some evening ones more.
Yeah. Well, 3 years till I retire.
Yeah.
I can do
daytime. Well, then we'll just divvy it up. You do Europe and Australia, and I'll just do everything late night for the U.S. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I never sleep.
Banners.
All right. Jackie says she's accomplished a lot this weekend. Having the crops are motivating. Oh, Fancy likes her crops except she does not like them in the mornings. So.
Am I correct that we can do pop-up Zoom crops?
What was that, Honore?
I'm sorry. I said, am I correct? We can do pop-up Zoom crops anytime we want. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So I could go on the network and say, hey, I'm getting ready to crop. Join me. And that's all we have to do. Is that correct?
Yeah, because there's the...
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I think you need to be set up, though. Like, I do think you need to be set up to host, right, Kim?
That is, I think,
original time. Yeah. The first time around, you need to be set up by Jennifer or somebody in order to access and be, like, able to host it. But, yeah, I mean, I've popped into the chat room and just been like, hey, guys, I'm getting ready to crop. Anybody around? And I've had people join me. So...
Well, Wednesday nights and Friday nights and Saturday, TV sucks. So those are the good nights to do it.
Well, we should get that clarified because I don't work. And so I'm free in the daytime, and that might help some of the...
Yeah, I'm free in the daytime. Retirement is awesome.
Me too.
But for other people that would like to participate and maybe... just to know that we can do pop-up kinds of things.
Yep. All right. Tara wanted to know, how do you know when someone is hosting a crop? Within a membership, a lot of times Carol Ann will schedule, or Jennifer schedules crops, an event, and then you can know that other people will be there at that time. Or like Bree had said, you know, she's already set up to be a host person, so she's going to sit down and prep, and she, once, you know, other people around, they can join her. So just kind of do an impromptu and put like a message in the group. So definitely more formal and planned out, and then also just kind of throw some on it. And your events if it's planned ahead. Yes. Yep, you can see there. Caroline, you have something coming up. Do you know the dates off the top of your head?
Yeah, I can just pull it up real quick here. But yeah, let's go out to the site. I know I've got it. It's not this weekend. I think it's the end of the month. Usually I have 2 a month, but November I'm not around. There's this, and then plus I'm going to Canada next weekend for Crop and Create up in Thunder Bay.
Mm.
Yeah. November 30th is the next one. And then I've got one
2 in December, I think.
December 14th and the 28th. So I try to put stuff out a couple, 6 weeks ahead.
And I haven't done it yet, but my plan was to definitely do something over Thanksgiving. Like, just because I know, not for nothing, I'm taking, like, we're abdicating the whole in-law thing this year for the first time. And, once I'm done cooking, it's just me, Jay, and Abby. So I'll be here all weekend, So I will definitely, I haven't put it up yet, but my plan is to do something like at least on Friday or Saturday or something. But truth be told, I'll probably randomly crop on Thursday, but I'm not going to make that a big deal because everybody's got stuff. So,
yep.
So that's my plan if anybody wants to join me.
Tell me, if you do a crop, just by the seat of your pants kind of thing, how do you notify everybody that you're going to be on?
There's the chat room. We actually have the chat room in Simple Scrapper.
Oh, okay.
And so I'll just post there, or because I am a host, and I know Kim does this too, and I know Carol Ann can too, you can actually make the post that goes into events once you're set up as a host.
Okay.
But I'm not going to lie, a little bit of that still confuses me, so I'm kind of more by the seat of my pants, girls. So
yeah, I kind of just I will put reminders in sometimes too, just into like one of the general topic chats.
Yeah,
like I've done that too.
Okay.
I just can't get the link to roll over when I do the post. I don't know why it just won't give me that. It won't give me that.
It won't. It's strange.
It's finicky, and it makes you want to schedule it, but it won't let you.
Yeah, the worst time with putting the instructions in, but I'll get it figured out.
Well, yeah, we'll make it work at some point. I just haven't also looked into it that hard. I'm not going to say my effort level has been pretty slow on that.
I figure if I get the basics in there out there, it'll be enough. Yeah. I'll get instant messages and what have you.
Exactly.
It happens. I think as the longer that we're on this whole network and doing Zoom and stuff like that, we're getting the technology isn't so foreign to more and more of us. So it's just kind of getting the newbies on their feet when they want to join in, and then they're ready to roll.
Yeah, they learn a lot faster than people my age. I don't know where you guys are, but it's...
Well, newbies can be people our age.
Yeah.
Old people.
But it's so much harder because we were trained a whole different way, and then this whole younger generation, I know the younger generation stuff, they just, it's just like, Mom, how come you don't get this? It gets my kids really frustrated. I don't think in a technological way. So once we're all gone, then everything will be fine.
My kids will be screwed. I'm the guru.
Oh, nice. I bet my kids would love that if I was, instead of pulling their hair out.
I know, I have my brother call all the time. Remember how I did this before? No. Well, tell me what's on your screen, and you walk them through, and it's just everybody, but that's my mindset. So
yeah,
I have to say that some of the most people, some of the most technologically disadvantaged people at my work that I have to work with are people that are younger than me, and I'm in my mid-30s. So you'd be surprised as a lot of it is just that flexible mindset, because I have people who are they're 30 and they're digging in their heels and they're like, I just can't learn it. And I'm like, all I asked you to do was push your Windows button, man. I didn't even do it. Slow your roll. And but I mean, and I have people that are 60 that are wiring their stuff up, and I think it's just a matter of just being willing to play with it a little bit, not be scared of it. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fear's a big thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and fear is hard. I get it. But yeah, so don't feel bad. I'm just saying that some people in their 30s and stuff that you would think like, I look at them like, what do you mean you can't do this? Because that stereotype is there. That you assume somebody that's 30 or 25 can. I had a guy that was literally 25 that couldn't save a JPEG, and I was like, but how'd you get to be a lawyer, man? Like I'm confused. So don't feel bad. It's everybody.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. I'm going to stop this recording because I feel like my connection is getting more. I don't know, but and boo everybody else so we can process the recording. But you can come right back in because at 4 o'clock Jennifer will be starting here in just a couple of minutes. So I'm going to end everything.
Okie dokie.
Thanks, Kim.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.
See you shortly.